looking a little bit tighter. But here we go, pistol round, and it looks like Sentinels are going for a bit of a mid-push here. The recon dart seems like it makes TenZ a little less likely to go for that, and Shaz goes for the orb pickup. Gets caught completely out in the open. That feels to me like a little bit of an anti-strat, perhaps. Shaz loves going for that orb. Will prioritize it as much as possible if he doesn't see anything in A lobby. And it feels like NRG had the read.
Yeah, maybe baited a little bit by EU. Ended up using that arrow to clear through mid, but still went for it. And now you're going to see the fast approach. Drone to just try and lead the team in for NRG here, but Sentinels want to try and stop this before the spike even gets down. Dapper looking out of the cage, not going to be rewarded with much. Little flash there off to the side, but it will mean that NRG are able to get this plant down, the spike. Now they can start playing these post plants all deep up onto the side.
Their post plant positions are pretty great here. I mean, you've got TenZ with the Sheriff, but
Smoke's
he's so far
fade
away. And he had to break the trademark just now.
Zom's just backing off around. Yeah, and now you can see this flank attempt. TenZ kill on the board. They know he's flanking up here now. Wasn't obvious in the slightest, but the quick response by NRG, pushing all the way into the backside. They punish Zom, who was waiting on his lone.
Sky is going to suit Sick much more than the Astra pick there. As this flash comes down to allow TenZ maybe to get on a deeper line with his Sheriff. But he's not going to peek initially. There he goes! And it's another great shot from TenZ.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's the streamer battle I want to see for this map.
Absolutely. You see the Trailblazer gets a nice bit of information for them. A couple of these players, Tech's just spamming through the wall, making sure that they can't push off the back of it. Great opening pick, though.
Yeah, it's a good start, but the problem is that NRG have cut noise, and Sentinels love to play a rotate defense. They like to have their anchor there, and then Flood rotates in to try and help them hold back site control on Haven.
Oh, they've been bamboozled by this.
From the beginning.
Yep. Smokes off to the B connector. Drone straight through B as well. Sentinels are anticipating.
Dapper's cam is here, but he hasn't activated it. There it is. Sees everything.
Okay, now they know, and look at that. The minimap swarming like ants straight onto it. Oh, gee. And it's quite slow, but eventually swinging into it. That 10 is going to be dealt with. It's a 4v4. Quick little shock dart off to the back there. Hazed. Oh, my word. The repositioning. He caught that one head on. Got him very low. You know, KO nade just utilized to try and push them away in case they have to stop that plant once more. Now NRG, a lot of health towards them. The swings come through, flash at the top of it, but the swing was also there. Straight through double doors. CEU supporting them. Vector in hand. Shaz does catch the one, but in a 1v3, looks unlikely that he can do too much. Still, stranger things have happened.
It certainly would be a tough one with only the classic, and they know exactly where he is as well. Can't wallbang 21. He can't really have that level of impact on Astra. He needs to be having a big performance here on the Sky. And this is where you see that classic take of Short from Som. The suck, the recon dart helps him take all of that map control early on. And threatens the Sentinels that Short could have been completely overrun at this point.
Yeah, you can see them actually, I believe us using a drone just to clear through Short, but NRG not wasting any time. Scanning right up C here. Dapper forced to pop over the cages. The utility used there, as you can see, the nade and the shock dash just in case he's playing inside of it. Ooh, okay. These trips are worrying. The flash over the top there from Sick, and now dog being used just to clear through into garage. So all this is happening. TenZ is just peeking out ever so slightly. These pixel angles, and he does find the pick onto Tex. This starts to get dangerous for them. Still Som holds it down, but a good swing from Sick. What is that? EU with the spray down. 2 players lined up for them. Still 8 health. Not enough to survive as TenZ is able to capitalize and get that one straight up.
From NRG. You know, they take short control, make Sentinel scared, immediately pivot over to C. Because when you take A short, Dapper has to pull himself off the C site. Feels like Hayes has got a good understanding of how Sentinels plays, which he should do. He's IGL'd against them before. Looks like Sentinels want to take an early fight here towards Garage. Stuck in the corner a little bit. TenZ wastes a few knives.
Yeah, committing the bodies to just try and hold down Garage. You saw the early shock dart just getting rid of the trap wire. Dapper had laid down. Now the drone. I don't know if that caught a glimpse of Som. He has to be concerned of this. Comes around the corner. Sick. Does get the one, but luckily Som was pushed up and they were caught unaware. forward positioning. We see just under a minute now in this round, and you can...
Headshot.
Oh, I mean... Okay, so I'm just holding, anticipating the jiggle peek over the boxes. What a disgusting shot.
And Zoms is watching this. As Tex lurks in, Zoms has got it. He might have been playing an RTS for the rest of the round, but there we go. FPS gameplay online. Holding from the back there of the B site. And Hayes ferries the spike in. It is a 3v3.
30 seconds left.
They're going to have control of Cubby. They know that there's a trip there too. And here it goes. A bit of a scramble from Sentinels as they realize that they've been done once more. The spike is down and post-plant positions being gained here for NRG.
Yep. I think Tex dying in mid honestly sold them on that being a bit of an A-hit. Now they've gained C. The plant's down.
Pull on
Cam
the spike.
here. Yeah. And we can see Ten starting to once again take the lead for his team playing inside the smoke. You have to be cautious of this. It's going to be the 1-for-1. The trade eventually there. Still, it's a 2v2 in this scenario. Good stun off into the corner. Som just about dodges in and he taps the spike. Have the information though. Now they're knowledgeable about it. Som's what a pick for him. Som's being taken out is great and they're just sticking the
and NRG have to take an eco. Looks a little quick here. The pop of the jet knives is going to make them think that this is a fast short take, but in fact, Som has sprinted towards garage.
Pressure's on right now. That dog, I believe, is going to catch the information, at least that Android is in mid. So they know that, okay, well, be one or two players playing around that area. The ping from NRG, they want to try and make some sort of play happen. A lot of pressure on Dapper here. If he's able to shut this down, what it looks like is maybe a bit of a burst play into garage.
A pop flash, perhaps, from Tex.
Drone and following it in. Okay. Dapper needs to get something. The right click does not work out for them still. Be the kill for them. Luckily, Zoms is there back in the window, but has to get away from them. Does not want to be giving away any more guns. And the Seeker's using a response. And Donald's going to try and push off the back of these. You can see the shock dart on top of it just to try and disrupt this plant. Flash through, sick. And it looked a bit discombobulated, and now we see the Hunter's Fury on top of it. Cosmic Divide from Sentinels. They want to try and retake this one, or look at that! Jazz is going to be falling, pushing through the wall just to try and offset this one. Sick with 2 EU, finding it still. Another shock dart. He doesn't know if they've tapped this one, and I think he's unaware. Indeed, Som's already put
Far in this half. In the first 6 rounds, he's been playing over on the A side.
Oh, now this is fast. You have the information. Drone straight up C. NRG not wasting any time. That's going to mean with the KO ult popped, don't have to worry about any of this Cypher utility. Take immediate side control. Android has got to be careful with this one. They hear that. Yeah, you can see them aware of this. Flash comes through. TP though, the swing from Som gets the one, and luckily Tech's holding it down. Nobody else going to be pushing through that one. Cosmic Divide now. A little bit harder for Sentinels to try and push this one, especially with Sick down. They don't have the flashes to try and work their way through this wall. No bullets going to be making their way through, but luckily they've got the smokes, and now Tens walking out into the back of the side, trying to play the moves being made.
Walking down mid. Looks like they're going to go for that again. Normally, EU's been pretty on top of it, though. Using a recon dart or a drone, something like that, to clear mid. And
Patient
again,
play.
Tens doesn't really get too much. Just a bit of a peek. He's trying to play off Sick.
Yeah, you really cannot allow Tens to have too much space to work with. NRG, I mean, they're conscious right now of the fact that they are going to be pushed towards mid. Okay. The slow.
Sick is baiting. The sound bait. He's trying to get EU to swing. He's just making little jumping noises. But the drone, comes out. Now Sick is in a very bad position.
Oh, he tries to catch the timing to wallbang. Has to hide just behind the steps. He's taking so much damage, but looks like he will be able to survive another day. At least for now. The back of this, though, it's a quick pivot. NRG immediately going to be taking A. Plan comes through in a very unconventional location there, just into the back corner. Disruption in play here, and it's going to be the 5v5. What? A shot from Tens. Swinging off the top, and the smoke was just a little bit too late. He's able to find that angle.
This recon dart position is going to be crushing everybody playing off-site here. Smoked off. Could get some easy kills. Smoke dissipates, though, for the moment.
One's taking it out.
Sentinels taking space.
They know 2 of the players that are at least back on the side, and they're pushing forward. The swing timing! It's good for Sentinels. They at least trade that one out, but how are they going to take care of all of these players? The time is running low. With Hayes still alive, they've got the pull to disrupt the defuse. Now it's just the time to play for exits. Maybe try and walk away with these rifles that they've...
Up here. 2 ready to push B, 2 ready to push on A. Actually, the push on A was not accurate. They just went for a deep trip and a deep cam that's going to give them mid-round information. But Tens and Sick are both posted up in mid.
And it seems like they might be slightly aware of this. I mean, NRG are just showing them complete respect. I think when you hear the flash into mid, you have to suspect that they might be playing forwards, but Som is just crouched, holding that angle in case somebody peeks out of garage. Sick could get a monstrous timing, and there it is. Scoped up, was not suspecting it. Bit of individualism coming out. Instantly, the Seekers are popped off as well.
And the Seekers give him all the space he needs, the information, to know that his exit path is clear. A little flash into window as well, dissuades EU, who drones to try and clear mid, but nobody going to be able to push past the drone. Android, in the meantime, taking some space towards A-Long, is going to meet this tripwire that Dapper set up, and we called out early on. Can he crouch underneath it? What a mistake from Dapper! That one was hastily put up at the beginning of the round, but it could bite Dapper here.
He's caught
Android,
in the corner.
I mean, there is no chance he's going to look towards sight.
It's for short. That's for them just pushing through. Yeah, he's unaware.
Major mistake from the Sentinel. And in fact, that does give Android his tour de force a free sight.
Not over just yet, though.
They don't even get the plant in the right position. 15 seconds left. Does Sick go for a fast retake?
12 seconds remaining. Plan has to go down here. They will find it, but Sick ends up going down. A tour de force. Hayes, he's worked his way in. He's found the headshot. A lot of now. Gonna see if Tens can try and make some magic happen. He dashes quickly onto the site. Is there going to be anyone to help him? Right now, Shaz is caught up. Has to try and deal with Hayes and does so quickly. Now Tens can get the support of his teammate. The IGL just trying to help him out, but EU holds it. He knows where to pre-fire. Quick little jiggle. He knows. Now it's not even on the spike. Shaz, how is he going to win this? Sticks it down to the halfway mark. What a play.
Towards A. Probably another deep trip or cam. He's got a cam towards short. And the flash out C. Don't see anything towards that C-long area. But Sentinel's money is so bad.
The knife catches him. You know he's off in the side. What a play from NRG. Text is going to go down shortly afterwards. But that trip. Oh, whoa. My goodness. That is getting a bit precarious. Shaz has to offload off those shock darts, but I know exactly where he's playing. And EU, the Hunter's Fury. Oh, that's magic right there. 2 players, they know that they're low enough. Still Dom just swings out. Someone needs to deal with them.
Spectacular performance against some of the best in North America.
Yeah. Great performance. And look at that. Little set play there. Throw the KO flash right over. You see Som just tries to take a quick peek.
Covering it.
No casualties for either side. A slow little wraparound now for NRG. Working away. It looks like possibly 5 of them trying to work their way up. Dapper. Well, try and swing there. You can see Nick tried to support him, maybe destroying the drone because Dapper was in such a troubling scenario, but made those picks for them. Sentinels now probably just going to be crumbling now beneath the weaponry that NRG have.
Yeah, this one is not a round that Sentinels have any right to win. It looks like we're going to be set up here. Oh! Not quite a picture, you know? They're just being able to take this early map control at a whim. I mean, there's the suck again, but they just don't believe that there's anything behind it.
Oh, wow.
That
okay, well,
bang
Tens. Yeah, I'd be
barely
surprised.
does anything to Hazed.
The KO was so fast here, and he's already deep onto the side. Tens, he's got to try and lock this down. Just a quick little tag off to the side. He gets the damage in, and he collects the kill onto Som. Just about escaping with his life. The movement is clean from him still. 4v4 now. Sentinels now in a position to try and retake this one. You can see the drone being utilized and the Cosmic Divide to split them up. Pull and the shock dart. Shaz knows that they're vulnerable.
Oh, the vulnerable.
The sight, that damage is nasty. Android so low, but still somehow collects the kill. He knew that he was going to be holding that one down, and Tens just has to hold it down at the angle. Full confidence and be able to hold this one for them. And Sentinels so quick to capitalize off all those picks that they're finding.
Yeah, but
Conditioning.
But Bren, at least Tens has a dash to be able to escape. Dapper on the C side is getting overrun. He has not been able to anchor that position at all. And now they've got into a setup here. It's kind of like a long, short setup where Sick plays Cubby. Dapper's cam is going to bait a little bit or give him some information, and then Dapper can jump peek and make them unlikely to check it. Does this molly clear Sick's position?
I think it might be towards the back of the box, back of the default box.
Yeah, it must be for sight.
Want to find it?
You have to clear that. Okay. Sick does get tagged up. How does he get one? Got dart straight in there. Hopefully the trade is there. Okay, it does clear that close corner just outside garage with the Cosmic Divide. And this is the bait and switch. Look at the minimap, everybody. The spike all the way on the other side. And Sentinels, oh, they've taken the bait.
They really have. That Astral Wall is just gorgeous from Hazed. And again, the IGLing from Hazed is so good. Everyone is playing to the tune of Hazed here. Sentinels once more forced off and forced to use their drones so early just to clear the AB connector. They realize that there's nobody pushed up here for NRG. They're just going to be playing standard post-plant scenarios, and we get down into a 4v4. Zoms does not have any stars to be able to work with, and that's been a key for them on these retakes in the past.
Is kind of isolated in hell, I suppose. Android, okay, spotted out. He is close there. TP in place, so he can try and get to safety. This is the Hunter's Fury, though. Straight into the back. Suppressing them, taking away a lot of the abilities they were hoping to try and take them into this round. Still, can't quite take away the weaponry. Zoms, he answers with 2, but now the time is running so low. Android, straight from the long angle. Not enough time to work with, and I mean, despite coming up with a kill.
They're down 5-7 on Haven, one of their historically great maps. They're going to require something masterful to get them out of this.
Drama in that line, Josh. You're playwright? Part-time, maybe?
I just enjoy trolling you.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the round has begun. The pistol round is going fast. Sentinels immediately straight into B. They're going to be trying to get this plant off with 10s. He can try and dash to safety. He is going to get it down, but look at the damage. The crossfire is already being set up. NRG, quick to swarm. They're fully aware of this strategy. Employed it once or twice themselves. The pull off to the side, but it seems to be Sentinels the ones who are being picked apart, pulled apart at the seams. The shots rattled off. Android swinging out from it, not able to find his mark with the Headhunter. And it is the Sentinels players holding it down still. 2v1. Shaz has got to do unbelievable work. He's narrowed it down. It's a 1v1. The shock dart right up.
And NRG are not going to force into it. They're dangerous enough with Android's Headhunter and Somber the Sheriff.
Oh, while peeking right through. Read like a book. 10s holds down the angle. The Bulldog ADS, of course, coming into play. Little drone here for them. And yeah, you're right, Josh. You know, it has typically been Android who's a dangerous one on these eco rounds. It's the Headhunter in terms of the round. Of course, we've still got Som just holding on to the Sheriff. That is some damage applied to Tex. He's getting chased down by the dog in the process, but barely scrapes out of there.
Som's re-pushing there.
No way.
Angle, headshot, body shot, takes down 10s, his counterpart on the other team. There's the swing from Sick. Can they trade? Not quite. EU not in a position now, stuck in a 1v4, and Sentinels, they mop up that level of aggression. He does hear everybody passing through garage. But this looks incredibly difficult for him to even make damage.
The Bulldog, ADS.
Poised for some sort of C hit. Is this just 10s pushing behind the drone, perhaps?
Definitely seems like it. Oh, a bit of timing could be caught here by Android, but tagged up, has to teleport away to safety. 10s dash into the smoke just to try and break any potential crossfire placement being going their way. That is the power of the KO flashes, ladies and gentlemen. A quick little peek. Hayes is able to collect that one, and still the spam comes through, and they've already worked their way in.
10s has those Blade Storm online here as they go for another fast, a short push, this time for Sentinels. Same kind of play. Recon Dart allows them to take that. And here's the drone actually committed really early to flush out any players holding short.
No one's actually pushing up behind this. They do just about now, though, working their way through.
That seems like a very useful piece of utility to expend so early on for such little map control.
Yeah, it truly does. It's an interesting cage there. You can see that it was offloaded. I think that ends up making a noise if any player's holding close in those corners. And they're just cutting noise now.
Android, in the meantime, has pushed all the way down C long. I think he's considering breaking this tripwire that he can see.
Utility dump now. Yep, here's the A hit. The pull is fantastic. Tex actually, I think, just lays down that nade just so that they can't push deep onto the site. A lot of utility drained out of Sentinels. They weren't able to exec off the back of that. They're just cutting noise again, but we're down to the final 35 seconds, Josh.
Zoms is going to have his pull online in 8 seconds. If they combat that with the dog, they have another opportunity to engage. But it's going to be low. And there's 3 players here. Time is their biggest enemy.
Good coverage. Sick eventually holds that one down, and a quick dash over the side. That's 10s. Able to scale. Deep, playing in hell now, has got a gun on top of that. Looking very dangerous for Sentinels for about a moment.
I've got your trail.
Just tries to hold that one down. Him falling, his Seekers end up getting popped off, and they want to try and push through and take care of Hayes. That is a heads-up play. If I've ever seen one, scary for multiple reasons. Really just don't know when one of their players is going to explode out. That is a drone. It does get the tag onto Storm. He tries to go for the right-click from that range. Absurd. He's going to be finished, surely. Shock Dart doesn't collide. Somehow he's going to be trying to get out of this one. The damage, though, tends instantly pushing through Garage, and he's able to shut that one down before it gets messy for them. Surprised he didn't get that kill, but good movement in the end. Saves it.
Texas creeped his way into backside. Could be a difference maker.
I know
No, I don't think so. Shaz thought he got onto the line in time.
Okay, eventually shut down, but look at this NRG not wasting time.
Going for the drone?
Gets the tag. I can't believe he uses the drone when he knows that there's a player deep on site, but somehow it works out. He cancels it in time. Plant is down. Tens with 20 health in a 1v2, and now committing towards it. We don't know where he was. What a swing. Android knew he was low, and he could just...
First pick. Now things are evened up. 2 Spectres on the board for Sentinels. As Som looks for this early line, the cage to cross, and they could have lost a short control here. But in fact, Sentinels are just so static in their spawn, baiting out all of this utility, including the knife from Tex, to check and make sure that A short is clear.
A lot of discipline being showcased here by Sentinels. See, Shaz is getting ready to use the drone as well. Okay. The time burnt down in the round. We're trying to clear through Garage now just to make sure nobody's holding these corners. Still, it's going to be the drone destroyed. The pull and straight into the Hunter's Fury. Still tens. Oh, we will not be denied. The counter Hunter's Fury now. It's going to be EU seeing if he can try and make something happen off the back of it, but I don't know if he caught onto any targets at all.
Fabulous entering, though, by Tens, isn't it? I mean, they managed to get the tag with the drone, and he's just in instantly, looking for those targets, hunting them down, and Android's under so much pressure from this overall. Now you find yourself in a 5v3 if you're a Sentinels player. And it's all looking good from here. This might be them able to tie up the map.
Swap one of the Spectres for it as well. Some retaking with the op is going to require something special. He's going to need somebody, I think, to try and play into them here. I mean, Som can be an aggressive player, but no. The call is made here. They want to try and save their weaponry moving into the next round. I don't blame them.
Especially that operator. I doubt they wanted to get into the hands of Tens. Although I must say, the faster rounds have been favoring Sentinels, I think. Just generally, even thinking back to Fracture, the slower paced...
For the fundamentals, the swing timings.
Yeah.
Being able to adapt on the fly and just take a situation and combine their utility in really creative ways. The pace favors them there a little bit, but NRG are quite similar in that regard. They don't mind to go fast when it comes to these rounds.
Exactly the same utility used here from Sentinels, but this time Dapper does go into A short, so you can see how the same utility usage from the attacking team can be used to disguise what the actual goals are. As that flash comes through, though, Som's going to know. Could be somebody there. Goes for the dangerous re-peek, but nothing's really dangerous when you're a jet with a dash.
It's discipline. Draft from Tens. I think he did spot Som. I can't believe he's still holding down this angle, but he's got the dash available through him, and he's collected a pick. Puldo locks him into position, and he is vulnerable. What are you doing? Swinging that confidence. But ultimately, Sick is just going to be handed 2 of the picks.
And the full A site. Hayes is on the flank. There's still a trip there that Dapper controls. This knife would be huge. It does catch Dapper, and it's going to allow Hayes to go for this flank if he is proactive about it. Yep, manages to sneak through, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Sick, you rarely see him with an operator, but he's already found that pick.
He has to cast. Oh, yeah, I mean, he has to find a ridiculous timing here.
Time, by the way, Tens has slowly been putting up some ridiculous entrying. He's 21 and 15 at the moment, and has been the main punching force of Sentinels to get into these rounds.
This guy, I think, off the back of it, I mean, he was the focal point, I think, of a lot of criticism coming out the back of Champs. A lot of people talking mainly about his Raze play, but the guy's a born competitor. Super skilled,
yeah.
So...
Another thing that was brought up quite a lot was Ten's ability to perform in elimination matches, in the final map of elimination matches. I mean, this isn't an elimination map. It's a group stage. Sentinels still have another 5 weeks, or I guess another 4 weeks of this afterwards.
Contacting.
Sick is pushing really deep there.
I think that flash was too deep. Yep, it was. Some didn't even get caught by it. In fact, Sick
What's
holding on to his utility.
There's simply no need. You guys have already got the A site, and you're trying to over-push into an eco round. Not a fan of that play.
Drone being used. might put across now. That's Sentinel trying to offset this now.
Dapper's stuck.
Already they dash through, and yet Dapper stuck in his own pull. The kills. It's going away of NRG. Som's already dashed straight up onto the side, and now he's got the knives. Know exactly where Soms might be playing here. To the side as the...
Out of nowhere.
Deploying drone.
When you least expect it, I think, with NRG.
These eco drones,
Early
man, they're just
drone.
so dangerous.
Yeah, truly are. This is a very rapid approach, though. You can see the drone was used by Sentinel straight up to C. And now we're seeing the Sneakers. They want to try and barrel right through Garage. Gonna find 2 kills off the back of this one here. Still Android takes an aggressive peek straight out of the smoke, jumping through. Still Sentinel's largely in control of this one now. It's all up to Som, an operator in hand. He's not going to be even attempting it.
That's more of the round that you expect from Sentinels. Playing together, pack mentality, trading for each other, pushing with a lot of confidence.
Just a fun...
This operator. Like, normally teams will try and hold the Sober and the Jet towards A, so that you at least have a recon for information towards A lobby. But that knife gives them the info on who is playing towards A lobby there.
Yeah.
Tex throwing that one all the way from back garage, so, you know, he's not exposed.
What
Som's good
a
for it.
shot. Yep, Som always good for it. One of the more confident Jet players to be coming out of the scene. I mean, this guy's just explosive. Anybody who's watched his stream will know. Hell of a personality. And now the drone being used. Sentinel's just contacting into A long. Seeing if they can find any players and clear them out. Smokes are now starting to get popped. Drone's going to get taken out. Was a tag there onto Som, and he's happy to just bunny hop all up and around the staircase. And Dapper's worked himself up into an advanced position. The spam.
Spike planted.
If you ping it, he seemed to be aware that he could be hiding in this smoke.
He's in heaven. I mean, he just went for the plant. EU goes for a single shock dart to deny the plant, but nothing too much else. I think Som's just got tagged by a knife, so this might be NRG's opportunity to go for a fast retake.
Pull the dart, the nade. It's a bit disjointed, but
Oh,
look
that's
at the
so
damage
good.
that's being done. Vulnerable Duff. Able to find so much damage off the back of it. Sentinels desperate to hold this one down with the rifles in hand, but the smokes are getting in their way. Desperately now, Shazam pushes forward. He knows he's being flanked, but it's too much to ask for, even for him.
Flying on to get the A retakes working. There's the knife again. Gonna let them know that Dapper is playing A lobby. You don't know if he's played close to short, because he has been taking that space pretty often. But NRG are going for the hard read that this is going to be a C hit. I don't know what the tell is here. Perhaps the fact that Shaz has his ult, and that's what they did last time, go for a C split.
Could be, yeah. Ultimate's online for them.
I think this is a good read, Bren. It looks like
fantastic
Sentinels
read.
are grouping up and going over towards C.
Most teams are going to be dissuaded about that stack over towards C that NRG are doing right now. As soon as they see, or at least hear that drone clearing through short, the early pressure being applied to it, but no, happy to hold it down. Android, by the way, in this one and done position. He could get some work done here. Now the dog's
They don't
being
have
played. Yeah, this is the combo of the util. Okay, that's going to be the Hunter's Fury to push them through. The dog doesn't quite stretch into the back of that site, but the Hunter's Fury, that finds its mark, and Zom's happy to scale off the back of this one. Knew that Android was playing into that deep corner. NRG going to be chucking some of their own out just to try and push them back. The drone being used, are they going to be able to get a tag, maybe play off of this? What a shot by Som. Tags up, and the damage. Zom's brought down to just half HP and eventually removed. It'll be the 3v3. You see now Som holding it down. A flash comes down, but Dapper unable to just find that angle off to the side. Still Shaz. Oh.
This time it looks like heavy A short. The knife, finding information that Sick and Dapper are in there. And the recon dart as well. So this time they know that EU is playing towards A, which hasn't been the case every time.
Someone needs to break this drone right now. The timing, he swings right round the corner. Som is in danger. Hunter's Fury to support him, and that is great. The play is made, but an instant response again. It's Dapper and Sick. They work their way up short, and they catch the player. That was EU just ulting away out in the open, not anticipating the pace that was being taken to them. You have to see something crazy come out. Oh, what is that? A flick of the wrist. Tens finds 2 with a Blade Storm, and now it's a 1v4. Hazed. He does catch the 1. Free fires. The Sick tries to find him there with that flash, but can he even clutch this up to bring it to overtime? Almost an impossible ask.
It's just so difficult. He doesn't even know whether the AB connector is free. He does have 4 stars to be able to work with. Zom's playing with Graffiti. The setup is so good here.
He's going to meticulously clear it. But how does he take out these players? He has the stun. Ten's just jump peeking with the knives. No, he can collect it. He knows it's a player graffiti, but a crossfire. That's immaculate.